Hello, BookShark Bootcamp. It's your community manager, Jana, and we are doing our live Q&A for session 2. If you are new to our bootcamp, I just want to say welcome. I hope that you get a chance to watch the welcome video and also to see sessions 1 and session 2 of our bootcamp. After each session, which goes live on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, I will then on Monday, the following Monday, go live at 11 a.m. Mountain Time to answer any questions that you might have posted in the video chat, or if you've sent me messages. So I just want to encourage you to go back and check on those videos. You can find them under the guide, which is directly underneath the banner of our Facebook group. If you are watching live or replay, you can send me a message. You can continue to comment on the Q&A thread for each of our sessions. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go ahead and just throw a comment and we'll be sure to check it and get those questions answered for you. But I did have a few comments from last week, so I wanted to jump right in and talk about those. Something I forgot to mention, that BookShark does offer a pre-assembly option. So if your BookShark big binder, the big binder, came pre-assembled, then setting up your BookShark binder was not necessary for you for this week. I do want to encourage you to still take a picture of you holding your binder or something that gets you really excited just to help participate in the group this week. Throw some pictures in there, throw some comments. I love to hear from you guys. If your binder came pre-assembled, you didn't have anything to assemble, but I do want to encourage you to still look and read through section 1, which is the new user guide. It's a quick start to getting into your instructor's guide and figuring out the methodology behind that big binder. Section 2 is obviously what was done for you, which was the weeks were placed inside the tabs for corresponding with each week. And section 3 is going to be your resources. It's going to be your book list, which you will need for this coming session. We are going to be organizing those books and getting you ready for a great start to the year. So your book list from section 3 is definitely going to be needed for Wednesday. Section 3 also has a breakdown of the scope and sequence, what is being studied week by week. It's a really great resource if somebody is asking you, oh, so what is it you actually are teaching your children? The scope and sequence is going to give very precise information about what you will be studying over the next 36 weeks with BookShark in each of our levels. Section 4 is the new user guide. That is detailed instructions about your instructor's guide, BookShark's methodology, how it will look going through the year. Another really fun form, I believe it's in section 3, is the field trip forms. So we have several blank ones in there, and you guys can make prints of those if you would like. You have our permission to do that. When you do take a field trip, go ahead and fill that out so that you have something as evidence, so that sometimes, depending on what's going on, you don't quite remember all of the things. It's great to have these pre-template forms for field trips as you're coming up and getting ready and planning what your year is going to look like. It's one less thing that you have to worry about. So there's some forms in there in section 3. So all that to be said, if you came and you purchased the pre-assembled guide, then I still encourage you to look at sections 1, 3, and 4. And those are the sections I'm going to have you look back at in a couple weeks once you get familiar with what you're doing once you start your school year. So that was really the only question, was what do I do if my binder already came pre-assembled? I want to get a jump start and get you guys prepared for what we're going to be doing this next session on Wednesday. So if you have some address labels, here is just one of the many options that you can use for address labels. Really a great way to organize your school year. So You want some markers. I like to use different color of the permanent markers. Your address labels. I actually am going to put a color key code into our talk on Wednesday so that if you want to print them already colored, we're going to go by the color of each level. So let me open this up and show you. This is World History High School. And you see this color up here is going to be the color that I choose to use, whether I'm putting it on a white label. So I'm going to find a marker that's similar to that color, or if I'm using the color key to print out already on the laser printer my labels. If you look at BookShark's website, you will see all the different colors. Your guides will have that color band on each of the guides. So, and they kind of stay in the same family as the topics being covered. So world history, even if you do it at the lower levels, the middle level, or the high school level, is all going to be in the same family of that type of blue. Your American history is going to be all in the same family of like an orange. So just to keep that in mind, I'll give you those color keys when we talk about it on Wednesday. But if you want to get prepped, if you want to get excited, if you want to get prepared, that's what you're going to need. Some scissors, some address labels, some markers. It will be a lot of fun for those of you who geek out about being organized, getting things labeled. Me, not so much, but I get excited to share with you guys. So hopefully that you get excited about those things. If you are waiting for your box to come in anticipation, I want to remind you to take a picture of your unboxing, whether that's just pulling the stuffing out, whether that's a surprise on your kids' faces, whether that's kids inside the boxes. Just encourage you to start your year off right with picture taking, because you will fly through this next school year homeschooling with BookShark. And I want to make sure that you guys capture the very fun, exciting things that you do each step of the way. And it really does build excitement for you and your children as you are looking forward to starting a new year. I want to remind those who want to jump right in and not take the next 6 weeks going over the boot camp with me bit by bit to follow, go to our YouTube channel and check out our accelerated BookShark Bootcamp Accelerated. It's in under 30 minutes. I linked it to the first session. So if you have trouble finding it or link's not working, let me know, but I don't want to hold you back if you are rearing and ready to go, but I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Let me know if you guys have questions. I do leave the anonymous post for now. So if you don't feel like you want to put your name on there, you feel like, maybe your question is, I don't know. I say there's no silly questions, only silly answers. So the onus then is on me, since I'm going to be the one answering those. If you're having any issues with your content, missing a book, if you are looking for some digital content, please reach out to our customer service. They are absolutely amazing and always excited to hear from you and ready to help with anything that they can. So that's it for our question and answer for today. I'm going to check and make sure that we don't have any questions that came in while I was chatting with you guys. And it does not look as though I did. So I think we are good to go. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Monday, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday for session 3, which is getting organized with your BookShark books. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.